Okay, hello there, I'm Dennis. Today we're going to install Arch Linux, and we're going to do it in legacy mode. Here's archlinux.org, their homepage. I suggest you put this in your favorites, refer to it often. Upper right hand corner there, you got downloads. You click on that, and this is where you'll get your ISO. In this case, I normally select torrent to get mine, but you can select from any one of these mirrors throughout a bunch of countries and go from there. That'll get your ISO downloaded. Click on that. I'm going to say back here. You'll go about halfway across the screen there. You'll see underneath documentation it says installation guide. You click on that and it opens up this page. Let me go back up to the top of it. We're pretty much going to go through this step by step and pretty much follow the directions step by step. We're not going to worry with our keyboard layout because it defaults to English US. If you need yours, right here's the command to find yours, and here's the command to set it. Okay. If you think you need to verify your boot mode, by all means, copy and paste this into your terminal, or type it into your terminal. And see, I got no directory found, so I'm on, my host machine is legacy mode. So first thing, get online, time date CTL, partition our disk, format our disk, edit our mirror list, and then the packstrap command right here. Now, packstrap command is a script to install the base package, Linux kernel, and firmware for common hardware. And there they are right there, base, Linux firmware. Alright, but if you keep reading, right here, the last little sentence of it, it says to install other packages or package groups. Append the names to the packstrap command above. Or use Pacman while in the root environment. Well, why wait? Why not go ahead and just get them all? When I install other operating systems, generally I see them doing that. They're installing everything, and then when they come back, that's when they finish their installation like we're going to do. That's how I'm going to explain it. I'm going to get everything I need, including the desktop environment, the login manager, any software that I want is on my list of required. Then I'm going to put it in here at the packstrap command, and there's nothing wrong with it. It tells you right here it's absolutely fine. Okay, I'm going to minimize this. We'll come back to that. I've got it set up in my virtual box here. I've given it 2 cores of my processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM. I've moved wait a minute. Not EFI. Floppy is discontinued. Hard disk is going to go up. Processor 2, 4 gigabytes of RAM. Display's all the way up. I'm going to change this to 150% scale factor. Storage, the ISO has not been mounted. Where am I at here? This is where I'm supposed to be. What's looking so different? 2 cores of my processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM. Hard disk is up. Memory, 150. There we go. And then storage, my ISO is mounted. That must have been Pop OS. Sorry, Pop OS. Okay, let's get started. Going to start off in full screen mode here. We're going to boot to Arch Linux, as opposed to boot existing OS or running a mem test or checking for hardware or power off or reboot. And I've scaled this up to 150%, so we should be able to see it. I figure if I can see it, y'all probably see it too. Okay, so the first thing it said was the ping. I'm going to do that 3 times, archlinux.org. We're online. Next step, time, date, CTL space set hyphen NTP space true. Did I spell that right? Yep. Hit enter. Now we can type in date and hit enter, and it shows you that it's been set. Now we're going to partition our disk using CFDisk on device SDA. Since we're in legacy mode, I'm going to use DOS. I don't have any big hard drives. First thing we're going to do is hit enter to the new space. Then I'm going to give this 2 gigabytes, and I'm going to allocate it as swap space, Linux swap. Arrow key down to get the remainder of that space. Make your adjustments here. I'm going to give it 18 gigabytes for our home partition. I'm going to slide over to bootable and hit enter. And you see the little asterisk appear underneath boot. Arrow down, hit enter for new. 32 gigs remainder. And there we go. We got our root, home, and our swap. And we're ready to write. Hit enter. Type in the word yes. Hit enter. Slide over to quit and hit enter. Control L will clear the screen. Now we're going to make swap on device SDA1. Turn that swap on. Same device SDA1. Now we're going to make a file system mkfs.ext4 on device SDA2. Up arrow, bring that back, backspace the 2 out of there, replace it with the 3 and hit enter. Okay, that was quick. Control L, clear the screen. Now we're going to mount the device SDA2 to/MNT. Hit enter. Now we're going to need a directory, so mkdir /MNT/home. Hit enter. Now let's mount that. MOUNT device SDA3 /MNT/home. Hit enter. Now if we go LSBLK, list our block devices, you'll see SDA1 is swap, SDA2 is mount, SDA3 is mount home. Now we're going to do our mirrors. First, I'm going to say nano etc pacman.conf. We'll go down to underneath miscellaneous options there, and in particular I'm going to uncomment total download, but while I'm in here I'm going to go ahead and say color, uncomment color, and add the word ILOVECANDY. That'll work for now. We're going to have to change it again anyway, so Control O to write it out, enter to confirm, Control X to get out of here, Control L to clean the screen. Now we should go Pacman -SYY, and let's sync our databases. Actually, look like they're running pretty good tonight. Now let's get Pacman -S reflector. Say yes. Okay, now I can say reflector. I'm going to say tac verbose space -C. That's for country, single quote, United States, end single quotes, space -C for country, CANADA. And then we're going to say age, say 24. Now protocol is HTTPS. Protocol is HTTP. Now we can sort, we can rate, save to /Etsy pacman.d/mirror list. Alright, I think that's got it. Hit enter. And because we said verbose, it's going to show us what it's doing. Notice you see HTTP and HTTPS. Alright, now I'm going to Control F to clear the screen. Now we should have the fastest mirrors. Now it's time for the pack strap script space packstrap space /mnt. Now base -devel. Gonna get Linux for the kernel. Linux -firmware. Now we're gonna get nano because I'm gonna use it later. Network manager. Network -manager -applet. ManDB, man pages, we're going to need USB utils. Spell that right, yep. Then we're going to need GVFS, also NT file system -3G, NT3S, got that. Now we're going to need Pacman -contrib. Going to get reflector because it's not going to be installed once we root. MDADM git wget yajl YAJL Perl DOS FS tools M tools S-nail bash -completion num lock x. Okay, I'm going to Control F to get out of here. Now it's going to be a whole bunch of typing. No need you sticking around for that. Let me pause this video and I'll get the typing. When I get through, I'll come back and show you what we're going to get. I'll be back. Okay, I think I finally got it all back in there. Let me Control F to get back in full screen here. Well, you can pause your video and see everything I've got. I've got most everything I'm going to need. There are some exceptions, and I want to see what Mate actually comes with before I start installing programs that I don't need. I think I've got it all spelled right. We'll hit enter, find out. Yep, I do. So we got almost 1.6 gigabyte download, 6.5 gigabyte installation size. And you can see the percentage of being through there. That's the beauty of that. Editing your pacman.conf file. I wish that was built into the Arch ISO. If I ever build my own ISO, I'm going to build that in there. A lot of distros do. Okay, so I'm going to Control F, right Control F to get out of full screen there and get rid of all that white so we can quit getting blinded. This is going to take a little while, obviously, so I'm going to pause the video and I'll be back. Alright, I'm going to come back here just a second early. Actually, a little bit early. I wanted to talk more about the Arch wiki here. We just did the packstrap command and we went through it telling us that it was fine and to install everything we wanted right now. Why wait? Alright, then the next step is the GenFS tab. We're going to extrude over into our system, set up our time zone, localization, network configuration, init RAM file system, and a root password, and then a bootloader. Instead of rebooting, we're going to bypass the reboot and we're going to go ahead and go into post installation. If you click on general recommendations, it'll open up this page, or that page will open up and it'll take you here to general recommendations, and right under the very first one there, it says users and groups. We're going to add a group or a user. So if you'll go there, click on that, it brings you down to here. Right here, it says users and groups. A new installation leaves you with only the super user, so we know we're going to have a user account. Right here, it's telling us about them and having privilege elevation. If you click right here, it opens up user groups. I'm going to do that again. So I want to show you exactly where it opens up at. I'm going to click on it, say open a new link, new tab, and let's see where it opens up at. Right here. Here is the command to add a user to a home and groups. Here you're going to list all your additional groups. S is for your login shell. In this case, it's going to be bin bash. Then my username. According to the Arch wiki, here is the command for adding a user. And I've seen, I'm going to say probably 10 different ways online, on the internet and YouTube, different ways. Well, today, I'm not looking at this thing 10 years ago. I'm looking at it right now, today, when I'm right here under general recommendations, and when it talks about see user groups, you click on that, it opens you directly at. Don't go to the top of the page. It comes right down here to, now I gotta find it right here, user management. That's the right way to add yourself as a user, right here. I'm not saying that's the only way. I'm just saying if you follow the links, you're going to end up right here, and that's what it's going to do. Now, you can scroll up, and you can actually see where you can add yourself, and then individually add yourself to groups. Sorry for the fast scroll there. See there, user add -M, that gives you a user, but it doesn't give you any groups, so you'll have to go in and manually add yourself to groups or directories. We're going to get all of that in one line here. User add -M, -G, all the groups, -S, login shell bin bash, and the username. Back to the installation guide. Let me show you where we're at here. We're pack strapping this command here. Once we're through, we'll generate a FS tab, and then Arch true. So really, at this point, I can close this. I've got it all memorized, and I'm sure you do too. And if you're following along, hopefully you're on the wiki right along with me. And please check me. If I'm going doing something out of line, you show it to me. Like I said, I know that I'm bypassing the reboot and going into post-installation, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm wanting to get it all done at once, so let's get it done. All right, so I'm going to close these tabs, find out where we're at on our installation. We're still only 36% finished. I'm going to pause again. I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to come back just a few minutes early. In just a second, you're going to see, well, maybe you'll see where it says possibly missing firmware. Then it gives a couple of numbers, and it does that twice. Well, I finally took the initiative and looked it up, and here they are right here. Possibly missing firmware for module AIC94XX. Same thing for WD719X. Well, you can solve that apparently by using the git command and using Arch Linux AUR to get both of those firmwares and get rid of that message. But I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, it doesn't really, it says it's unnecessary for most users, and I believe that. Simple warning, these commonly used modules, SAS, SC, SI, disk controllers. Really nothing to worry about, but if you absolutely think you might need it, the answer is there. Go to the AUR, put in the possibly missing firmware, or do a Google, and you'll find it. It'll tell you the addresses that you need. Okay, let's see where we're at here. 600, let's say 70 of 879 to go. on Blender. I'm going to go ahead and Control F, get back in full screen here. Take away all those distractions. And I believe that message is fixing to come up somewhere real soon. Actually, it'll be after the installation here and when it starts doing the making it CPIO. We're getting Mate and Mate Extra. And I installed the VirtualBox guest utils, so we should be good there on our screen res. So now we're fixing to see that error message, I believe. The next thing we're going to do is GenFS tab when this does get through. There it is, possibly missing firmware for module AIC94XX and WD719X. So there are fixes there. If something's not working and you investigate, that might be your problem. I've seen it on every installation I've done, but I've never seemingly had a problem that pointed in that direction. Not yet, not that I know of. And I didn't install any extra icons or any theming or anything like that. You could have. I just chose not to. I'm more interested in see what Mate comes up with. Okay, well, we're complete there, so I'm going to Control L to clean the screen. All right, let's get started, Gen. FSTAB space dash P space dash capital U space slash MNT space double chevron slash MNT slash Etsy slash FS tab. I had a brain fart, FS tab. Okay. Now, up arrow, bring that back. We'll arrow over, and then backspace the rest of that beginning out, and type in cat. Make sure we're good to go. Okay, we are. Now we're ready to arch, hyphen to root into our new system, which is on MNT. Bingo. There we are. Let's deal with our locale. User. Share. Zone. Info. Slash America for me. Slash Chicago for me. Space. Slash Etsy. Slash local. Time. All one word. Time. Chicago, America. Okay, now to set our hardware clock. Hardware clock, space, hyphen, SYSTOHC, space, hyphen, UTC. Hit enter. Now let's go back and redo our pacman.conf file. Keep life more interesting a little bit. Under miscellaneous options, I'm going to uncomment color, uncomment total download. I'm going to hit enter and create a space right there and say capital I, capital L, O-V-E, capital C-A-N-D-Y. And if you don't know, that says I love candy. I prefer cakes, cookies. Alright, I'm going to go down here and uncomment the multi-lib repositories for 32-bit stuff. I don't know if you notice. Okay, I'm in Nano, so Control O to write it out, enter to confirm, Control X to get out of there, Control L cleans the screen. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but during the packstrap command I included multi-lib devel, and that wouldn't have come in with out the multi-lived libraries. Okay, so now let's get back into this. Etsy locale with an E, period, Gen. Hit enter, and you're going to look. As you can see right there, it's English US. I'm going to go down and find that. You'll find your locale and language. I'm looking for English US, and I was just past it. Getting carried away here. There we go. English US. I'm going to remove the pound sign. Control O to write it out. Enter to confirm. Control X to get out of there. Control L to clean screen. Now locale with an E hyphen GEN. Let it generate our locale. Okay, so now I'm going to echo language equals EN underscore capital US dot capital UTF hyphen 8. And we're going to echo that to /Etsy /locale with an E dot CONF. Hit enter. Now we're going to up arrow and bring that backspace all the way back to your language setting. Then arrow back. We're going to take echo out and change that to export. Hit enter. Okay. Now, we need a host name. So I'm going to say ECHO. And we'll call this capital DH. Greater than sign over once. Let's put that in Etsy. Host name, all one word. Hit enter. Okay, so now we're going to edit our host plural file, HOSTS. Go down below that, get you some room. Go 127.0.0.1, tab, local host, all one word. Oops. When you got it right, hit enter. Go ::1, tab, local host, enter, 127.0.1.1, tab. Now you're going to do your host name again. In this case, it was capital DH, then a period, then local, domain, all one word, tab, and repeat your host name. When you're sure those digits and letters are right, Control O, enter, Control X. Now that last line where it says 127.0.1.1, if you have a permanent static IP address, that's where that needs to go. Control L to clear the screen. Now, our root user needs a password. We're going to give him a unique, unforgettable, unbreakable password. Now it's time to add a user. You remember now that I went back and I showed you that this is the command that the Arch Wiki uses. So we got user add space hyphen lowercase m space hyphen capital G space. Now we got all of our groups, and you don't have to add yourself to all of these groups. I do this. It prevents problems down the road. I'm going to start sys log network floppy scanner admin or ADM comma wheel, probably the most important one. Could probably omit all of these and just do that one, but you'll eventually have to add yourself to these groups. May have to add yourself to these groups or one of these groups. Disk with a K, input, comma, LP, comma, KVM, comma, that's for your virtualization, optical, comma, let's see, storage, video, users, or fkill, space dash lowercase s space slash bin slash bash space and your username. Most important here is, well, a lot of things are important here, but bin bash is very important. I misspelled that one time and didn't catch it. And then I couldn't log in. I had to log in as root, re-add myself as a user. Okay, that's done. Groups. Let's see what groups Dennis is in. Okay, there he is. So now Dennis needs a password. So PASSWD space and your username. Hit enter. Again, give it a good, strong, complicated password. And good. Now Dennis needs to be able to run sudo. So we're going to say editor equals nano and then VISUDO, sudo. And hit enter, and we're going to scroll down to user privilege specification. Now, let's see here. Dennis space capital ALL equals parentheses capital ALL end of parentheses space capital ALL enter. Go down here to the group wheel. We're going to uncomment that. And I hate giving a password in the terminal command, so I'm going to uncomment the same thing but without a password. Alright, so I'm good to go. I'm going to Control O to get out of there, enter to confirm, Control X to get out of Nano, Control L to clean the screen. Let's just say that we're ready to install Grub. SYY, I'm going to sync the databases first. Pacman, gobble gobble, -s, grub. Now if you was installing on a UEFI system, you would want EFI boot manager and you may want OS prober. Okay, and we'll Control L to clean the screen and go grub -install space /device SDA. I'm not going to give it a target because I don't believe that's necessary. Space -- recheck. Although 99% of the time I do it because I don't think it hurts. But you can see installing for an i386-PC platform, and that's what I would have wrote. Target equals i386-PC. We're looking for Grub complete, no errors. It'll take a second longer if you do the recheck. Nothing wrong with it. Kind of ensures it's all right. Hope that's what it's doing. That's what it implies. But I hate to make assumptions. You know what they say about assuming. Okay, it's going to take another minute. It's actually taking a little longer than I suspected, but that's okay. Installation finished. No errors reported. Grub -mkconfig. Grub make config space -o for output / boot. Grub dot cfg. Hit enter. Okay, now we still can't reboot. Well, first of all, we wouldn't be able to get online, and we wouldn't be able to log in. Now, we're going to say system ctl enable network manager. Notice the capital N and M. We got symlinks. It's created symlinks. Okay, so we want up arrow, bring that back. Same command back. Backspace network manager out of there, and instead write light DM period service. Hit enter. Should get a symlink. We did. Now we can reboot. We hit Control D, is the same as typing exit. Say umount -R, and this is another one I see various different ways of doing. This is the Arch Wiki. The other way I haven't seen in the Arch Wiki. Or I should say most of the other ways I have not seen in the Arch Wiki. However, I do see this one. So I'm going to reboot, and I moved the hard drive up first, so we should be able to boot right into it without removing the ISO when we did. And you saw I patiently waited for the grub to load. Alright, so far so good. I should see my mouse. Should see my mouse magically appear in the middle of the screen. There we go, and a login screen, which is like them. All good signs. Now we should be booting into Mate. I believe we are. Access denied, that's the V-Box. Failed to register, V-Box, that's all fixable. And there we go. There's a beautiful Mate desktop with Control-T gets you a terminal. Nope. System tools, maybe get one. There's a terminal. Let's see if the Mate terminal's working. Sudo pacman-syyu. Hit enter. Okay, nothing left to do. Let's say about disk space, free disk space, df space 8. Alright, so fresh install. It has an 18 gig hard drive, that's correct. It used 8.7. 8.7 gigs it used. Now remember, I installed a ton of stuff. Not a ton, but quite a bit of stuff under graphics. I got Blender, GIMP, Krita, Nomax, Internet. I got Firefox and Qubit Torrent. Office, I got LibreOffice Suite. Sound and video, I got a few things here. Asunder, Audacity, Brasero, DVD, or DVD, yeah. Ooh, a little hard to say. Me and my kid used to say that all the time. CUVC View, Handbrake, K3B, Caden Live, Simple Screen Recorder, VLC. So 90% of that I requested. Gparted I requested. HTOP I requested. Although that may have came in on its own anyway. I don't know. The Mate stuff here, system monitor. Let's see what it's showing for a fresh install. It's showing 502 megabytes used right now. Less than 3% on our processors. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Let's see here. Places, system preferences, hardware, displays. Control F. I don't really want to mess with this view. 100%. Gonna do that. Let's see, go back to full screen. Since we do have the guest utils. Preferences, hardware, display. 800. Let's try that one. Apply. That's better. It's not their D-right one, but it is better. And better yet, might get it right here. It's never a good one. That's good enough right there. I can see it pretty decent, so can you, right? Could be a little bigger, and I could work on it later, but for now, demonstration purposes, this is all right. So we've got our completed desktop environment. We've got Arch installed. Nothing left now except for us tweaking it and doing what we want to. It's got the full control center. Okay, let me get Control F to get out of here. Let's see. Shut off button is right there. I'll shut down, and I'm going to end this video. We're going to say shut down now. And that should do it. So there's XFCE legacy mode with Mate, not XFCE. There's Arch Linux with a Mate desktop. There you go. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.